Yo, what's up, dudes? It's your boy, Scotty Smooth, man. We're back on Madden Ultimate Team 26, and today we're going to be giving you guys some advanced methods when you are sniping cards and making coin. You know, maybe have an hour, a couple hours to just sit down and grind out coin. These are going to help you get the most out of those few hours that you have, make it the most profit, and showing you guys some things that helped us get to 5.8 million, no money spent. Before we jump in, man, if you guys are new, be sure to hit the sub button. We're on the road to 1K subs, so appreciate everyone who has stopped by, subbed up. Of course, be sure to hit the thumbs up, go join the Discord. I'll put that in the pinned comment below, man. The community has been blowing up, so really appreciate you guys, and it means a lot being able to hang out with you dudes, even when we're streaming, when we're just chilling in the Discord. It's been awesome, man. Also want to give a quick shout out to Frankie Fades as well, being the first member of the channel after the YouTube partnership, brother, so appreciate you, man, being a member. And again, everyone else who has subbed up and been a part of this journey, really appreciate you guys. When it comes to sniping cards and making coin in Madden, it is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, you want to buy under the lazy sell price and sell for higher. Now, this is not going to be a video about that. Of course, we're going to talk a little bit about that, but we're going to show you some unique tips and tricks that I kind of use to help get even more profit out of these snipes. And we're going to take ourselves over to the 82-83s. And again, depending on the pricing, depending on the platform that you're on, prices may change. So asterisks. Lazy sell prices might be different from when you're watching the video to when I was recording, but again, this is the best way that I make the most profit in my just sessions when I can. So we're gonna pop over here, 82-83s. I'm gonna take a look at the lazy sell price. Of course, it looks like if you skip the first couple, man, I mean, we're looking at probably about 60K. We'll just say 60K roughly. Of course, this Micah McFadden didn't sell for 62 right now, and as I mentioned before and have mentioned, if they don't sell around 60K, just repost them, and they'll more likely send, especially if they stay consistent. So here we're going to know that is our price point. So I'm looking just for the base 82s for about, I would say, under 50K or around 50K, because that EA tax, when you sell them for 60K, it takes out 6,000. So you're really only getting 54K back. So keep that in mind. And it's hard to kind of keep track of that, especially the higher the overalls, the more you're trying to snipe. You really got to factor in that EA 10% tax. So think about it this way. We're going to really only get 54,000 back. So we want to get maybe about a 4K profit. I usually say for these higher overalls to be safe. Always. So from here, man, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to change it from buy now at the top to newest. And then I'm going to filter by the conferences. Now, one thing I want to share, and this is kind of the big tip that I have for a lot of you dudes that are chilling, that are sniping these cards. I use mutt.gg a lot. Now, if you guys haven't used mutt.gg, man, this is going to be great to know how much the prices of cards are. You can also use theme team tips as well if you guys want to try out different theme teams, stuff like that. Again, I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but when I'm sniping, I'm using mutt.gg to tell me how much players are going for. So let's say, for example, we have Jalen Hurts up for 120K. If I see Jalen Hurts for maybe, let's say, 80, 90K, just a kind of default, I think that's kind of low. I'm going to go up here to the players tab at the top, and then I'm going to search for Jalen Hurts down here in the bottom side, and then 83 overall Jalen Hurts. You're going to click into prices, and it's actually going to show you the most recent that have been sold, the last 10 that have been sold. So he's up for 120K, which looks like that's been pretty consistent, but you can see he has sold for a little bit higher than that over the course of the hour. So of course that's going to be a little bit riskier. I'm not going to take advantage of that. But let's say Jalen Hurts was selling pretty consistently for 140K. I would pick Jalen Hurts up for 120K, put him up for 140K. So these little things are very important to know when you're sniping these higher overalls. Of course, if you're just flipping 80s, 81s, you're not going to come across too many cards that have a larger gap from the lazy sell price to their actual card value. But there are some cards, dudes, that you guys are missing out on. I'm telling you, if you're sniping 82, 83s and you don't know how much those cards are going for, which I don't just naturally, mutt.gg is going to be your best friend, man. Of course, you're able to filter between PlayStation, between Xbox to see the prices, as that is going to be your best bet to know how much these cards are going for in the moment or at that point. I know I've gotten some questions while I'm streaming asking, how are you figuring this out? How do you know when these sales are? It's because I'm using mutt.gg, and yeah, you know, I have a second monitor which does help a little bit, but if you guys don't, man, if you have like a laptop, tablet, even your phone, you can just pull up their player card, search for their price, and then you can see how much they're going for and have been going for over the last 10 sales. So we're gonna go through a couple of these together, man. But again, if you guys are just chilling and maybe you don't have that much coin, maybe you're sitting at like 200, 300K, just snipe the 8081s, man. That's going to be your best bet. I don't want to say this is riskier because you're going to know how much these cards are going for exactly. But if you're maybe at 5.8 mil and you're just looking for ways to get even more out of your coin, this is going to be a better way to snipe your cards. So again, I'm going through conferences. Conferences have been really good. Been loving the conferences, and as I mentioned, I'm still keeping my eyes open for cards around 50K. So if this Bradley Pinion was going for 50K, I'd snag him up, put him up for 6K. But we're talking more about some of these specific cards, like your Mike Evans cards, your Jalen Hurts cards, as I mentioned, even Baker Mayfield, to see how much Baker's going for. So this is just something to keep in mind. And then the good thing is, we got 42K here. If I could get it, oh, dudes. Gotta be quicker than that, man. See, right there's a really good profit. Put them up for 60K. That's a 12K profit just on that one card. So your 82, 83s, they're real good, man. I'm telling you, they're real good. But again, if you guys don't have that much coin, I would say stay away and maybe just focus on the 8081s. Build your coin stack up and get yourself to a good spot. But after that, then jump into these 82s, 83s. And it could be easy to kind of fall into the trap of, well, he sold for 70K once in the last hour, but before that, he sold for, I don't know, and we're going to snag him for under 50K. But other than that, he sold for 65K. Just make sure you guys are being safe with it. If you see consistent 70Ks, great. But if you see that one 70K in there, for example, or that one that sold for a lot, then it's more likely not going to sell for that price. So again, I'm just going to filter down a couple of these. I'm bummed out we didn't snag that 42K card. But I've gotten a lot of really good ones out of here, man. And also keep track of the teams as well. Teams like the Chiefs, teams like the Seahawks, those players are going to be going for more because people are building those theme teams. So theme team cards are going to be really important when you guys are sniping these cards as well. So hope this helps you guys out. We have been streaming pretty consistently. I'm gonna snag McFadden for 50K, put him up for 60. So again, like the base core cards that are going for 50K, we're gonna take that profit. That way we're making coin still, right? We're making coin while we're trying to snipe the big ones. And then when the big ones come through, then that's where we can make some killer profit. I mean, the other day on stream, we snagged some crazy ones, man. I mean, I think we got Devontae Smith for, he was at the time was going for 90K, got him for 60K. There's been a couple others that we were able to really take advantage of and snipe and get a lot of profit out of those cards individually. Things like Leonard Williams, again, this card's probably going for 64K, but I'm still gonna check it. Being a Seahawks player, just to be safe, again, it doesn't hurt to check, right? It doesn't hurt to check. I don't think he's going to be going for that much, but again, Seahawks player, he has, yeah, been going pretty much for around 67K, but as I mentioned, dudes, it's good to just check on it just in case, man, just in case, and then that way, every time you filter, you're going to notice things, you're going to pick up on those cards that maybe you looked them up, they're going for 70K, and you see them for 50K. Also, these 83 overalls, these are not bad to check out as well. So, for example, if I saw this Namdi, I'm gonna butcher that name. Sorry, Ravens fans. If I see him up for like 70K or 65K, and he's an 83 overall core elite, I'm still checking the price on that one, man, because he could be going for 85, 88 at this point. So that's also something to keep in mind as well, dudes. If they're just the core 83s and they're going for low, it doesn't hurt to check. So keep doing this, man. Keep going through here and seeing what you guys can get. This has helped me get a lot of coin. And again, I'm not going to grab Fairburn because when we put them up for 60K, we're only getting 54 back. So that's a card we're not going to snipe. But this has been a very good way to identify cards that are underpriced but are actually a lot higher value. So anyway, dudes, I hope this helped you guys out, man. If it did, be sure to hit the thumbs up, sub to the channel. We're on the road to 1K subs, as I mentioned, so really appreciate you guys who have subbed up. Also, type coin down in the comments below if you have a couple seconds of time, if you have some free time, and let me know what you guys are doing to make your coin. You, of course, could play the game, but if you have an hour, a couple hours, this is going to be a great way to really maximize your sniping time. So, as always, dudes, appreciate you guys for stopping by. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.